Subway served me a knife with my sandwich. A school of jellyfish congregated under this boat. Ascot horse race attendees brought a candelabra with them. Blue light bathroom, so you can't find a vein. This fake driver's license for a literal bird came with my wallet. TV remote in Peru has a button for soccer. This carpet is all alligators. I sliced this badger very evenly. Soda bottle that can be filled with sand and used as a handle. I have been reusing the same scallion scraps for 2 months by growing them in water. The pizza saver on my pizza makes the photo look like a video with a play button. The parking lines at this dentist's in Dublin are toothbrushes with some toothpaste. The path taken by a snail. These 2 UPS trucks trading packages. The Fisher-Price Little People house from the 1980s has a girl eternally trapped outside, trying to get in. I found a phone that is shaped like a ketchup bottle at a thrift store today. My neighbor gave me a bottle of ibuprofen he no longer wanted. It expired 19 years ago in May 2003. In Portugal we have cell phone towers disguised as trees. The controls for the 1912 streetcar I drive. Stripped billboard shows a Spaceballs ad from 1987. My mom works for Trader Joe's. This is her Hawaiian shirt collection. I cracked 3 double yolk eggs in a row. A peacock flew past me this morning on my way to work. Drove behind a van today with a warning. Blind man driving. This newly opened bag of M&Ms with a disproportionate amount of blue ones. The insoles of these shoes look like this tiled floor. This plane over my house is flying directly away from the sun through its own shadow. Found a caterpillar with penguins on it. The city decided to dig an 11-foot deep hole in my yard. My big toenail broke my toenail clippers. Hotel stores their automated lawnmower in a doghouse. The wall of this house my mom is selling is all glass. Found this case of industrial pigments at a flea market yesterday. This 2-pack of 120 allergy tablets comes in 1 bottle of 50 and 1 bottle of 70, instead of 2 bottles of 60. The rental I'm staying in has an atari for guests. My row of seats was given the green light to smoke on the airplane this weekend. All others I could see were still prohibited. The way this railing's shadow perfectly zigzags on the stairs. Using a screen protector to repel coolant in a CNC machine. I got a full chocolate Kit Kat today. What a cactus looks like after being struck by lightning. Got some free socks with my pint. The straightest banana I've ever seen. My little sister got a coloring menu with a ferocious T-Rex and the first thing she does is paint its nails. My girlfriend still has a Garfield cup, which has copious amounts of lead paint and cadmium. Found a double barrel banana today. My boathouse is flooded. Someone painted this thing on the side of the road to look like the brave little toaster. Refilled the soap dispenser with clear soap, apparently more dense than the previous soap. Where my dog lays to nap in the sun. My breakfast sandwich had a few extra slices this morning. This beetle parked on my block had a smaller beetle parked inside of it. My local pastry shop has misspelled donut boxes. The grass that grew inside this sign all the way to the top. The shower glass in my hotel room looks like the Matrix. Corn cob holders are just nails in plastic shaped cob. This heart-shaped strawberry I ate today. Probably should have sold it on eBay though. This really vibrant acrylic wave pour. This old battery I found in an antique alarm. This dog with a hilariously out of proportion head that I saw earlier today. Takis had a fight on my head. The sweat outline on this box is surprisingly detailed. A friend of mine is working on taking out an old refrigeration unit and found this very old pop can. Found a tiny crab that has a cow head on its back. This 1996 Netscape keychain I found thrift shopping today. A $110 purchase in Venezuela, where monthly minimum wage is under $24 and average wage is around $100 monthly. My uranium glass collection under a black light. Someone colored in the back of this quarter. My neighbor's mailbox got struck by a car. He stuck it in a can and now wheels it out to the street daily like a trash can. This pineapple I harvested. These chocolate chip cookies look like scoops of ice cream. A dough mixer that incorporates the dry and wet ingredients together much better than using a traditional wooden spoon handle whisk. Asked our neighbors if they had any dill seasoning we could borrow. What they gave us expired in 1996. Tibetan cherry tree shine like copper in the sun. My CD spindle's reflection casts a very detailed eyeball in the morning. Breakfast cereal has a happy face. A useful law book. This letter from a gecko in my resort villa bedroom in Vietnam. My dog uses his toes like thumbs to hold on to things. Photo of the sun through my obsidian ball with some other celestial object nearby, which I cannot identify. Found this picture of giant Jesus knocking on the UN building circa 1961. What does he want though? My rabbit's shedding and a heart appeared on his face. I saw the end of a rainbow when I was on my cruise. This tree grew around this fire hydrant. A baby pine cone I found, looks like a pineapple. Found this interesting bug that looks like moss. This tie comes with a little diagram of how to tie a tie. This donut shop used to be a Taco Bell. This rock I found with a hole through it. This Tim Burton's branch in my backyard. CVS in my neighborhood is closing down today. These were the last remaining items on the shelf. Frog traveling across my door window. This Indian food looks mildly like the Indian flag. A heron sunbathing. This quarter was stuck inside one of the baffles in my dryer for several years. McDonald's in New York City has a walk-up instead of a drive-thru. The car shadows looks like a small community of Squidward houses. This cloud is shaped like a corkscrew. Gas is issued only for the vehicles, not into drums, so some guy brought his boat to the gas station. Is it just me, or does the brick's shadow look like Abe Lincoln? Cardboard pyramids used to discourage stacking of fragile products. The hotel I stayed in Florence has rooms keys made of wood. A ginger raccoon in Wisconsin. This dog looks very angry. A young heron appeared at the back door. Armageddon movie ticket from 1998 found in my old jacket pocket. The way Israeli couscous aligned in my strainer. My binoculars were made before the dissolution of the USSR. This sign for a compressed gas distributor uses compressed gas canisters. Thank you to our customers, you are kick gas welders. 7+-year-old fence, pressure washed, green square for reference. I stayed a week in a treehouse cabin. This toilet paper with ghosts on it at my Airbnb in Porto. This itching post is still elected in suburban Chicago. This perfect prism light spectrum. Getting ready to move, and I just found my old Pokemon collection. These bees swarming on someone's bike in Central Maidenhead yesterday. The moon is beaming tonight in New York City. This stump that looks like a body. Today my wife noticed our cat has all black eyebrows on one side and all white on the other. After a while in the Western Australian desert, khakis turn into owls. My quarter pounders have the wrong buns. Nature covered old fire truck. The phenomenon known as the running tree in Bulgaria. A living bug is stuck inside our thermostat. I have the same teacup as the one shown in this scene of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, 2003. Someone put googly eyes on Guy Fieri. Found an original New York Times paper from the day after the Titanic sank. The New York Times. Titanic sinks 4 hours after hitting iceberg. 866 rescued by Carpathia. Probably 1250 perish. Ice may safe. Mrs. Astor maybe. Noted names missing. This sign in the metro of Cologne, Germany looks like a wizard with a wand and flaming hand. My local McDonald's doesn't change the special items signs. A cell tower disguised as a tree. The way my soap bar decided to split open. This shadow of a junk pile from my childhood room looks like the silhouette of a cartoon 1940s gangster. This incredibly photogenic camel. The Boeing factory in Charleston, South Carolina has a peninsula in the shape of an airplane in its pond. When I was 9 I helped put bottle caps and labels on my dad's homemade beer. 11 years later I tried it for the first time. Saran wrap is so clear, it looks like there's nothing there. This tree that got tired of listening to the wind chimes. This AOL screwdriver I still use. You get a free memory card for purchasing these batteries. Rayovac Fusion. 12-year power guarantee. 16GB memory card. This Berlin manhole cover has directions on it. Sunlight through webs. All letters faded on this street sign except for the letter N. This broken clock is only right once a day. Someone actually stitched a waste bin. Don't engage in competitive dogs grooming while using the elevator. Escalator safety. No push chairs. No running. No competitive dog grooming. No heavy luggage. My window blew out, but the glass didn't break. Lady brought a couple of goats to the dealership today. So cute. Ice cream shop serves their milkshakes in metal containers to take home. Found a toad at the gym. New friend. My tree is a little confused about what season it is. There's a public bike repair stand outside my job. Doing renos. Took off the door trim. It was full of pennies. This sign in my gym toilet. Please don't flush. Sanitary towels. Gum. Goldfish. Your mobile phone. Unwanted birthday presents. Hopes. Dreams. Or your ex's old jumper. Down this toilet. My husband has cracked the claw machine code. He won all of these in the last few weeks. The memorial near me, that is specifically dedicated to cyclists who died in the First World War. To the lasting memory of those cyclists who died in the Great War, 1914 to 1919. Barbasol can sponsored with Jurassic World. This Father's Day cake looks like a grill. The carrots on my windowsill kinda looks like a dinosaur. Just a random headstone I saw. Random. These leaves I found have faded into the colors of a stoplight. This sink in a Ford themed restaurant. Soccer ball that says manufactured without child labor. Prices at what used to be a gas station. I found 2 4-leaf clovers, so I went back looking for more. I found a 5-leaf clover instead. Accidentally created a camera obscura in our bedroom. I found 21-year-old sage in my parents' spice cabinet. Best if used by September 2001. I'm sitting with a snail in a bar. Fitted sheet cell phone holder. A maze out of my son's coloring book has no correct solution. Amazing. Help Thor through the maze to catch Loki. Dinosaur tracks in Arizona. The way this shadow is cast makes it look like I turned down my settings in real life. From 2015 to today, this bubble bath has become 1.8% less natural and the ratio of fluid ounce to milliliters has changed. The way this dog pokes out of the shrubs. My girlfriend's dad hit his own dart. This pencil made from reclaimed denim. This chair in my mechanic's waiting room. My boyfriend's grandfather saved his tree 30 years ago after it was hit by lightning and split down the center by holding it together with chains. It's still going strong and grew around the chains. This tiny treasure chest I found while digging in my yard today. I found this coin in a roll of pennies. The History Channel Club, 1776. Tree carved in the shape of a hand. Korean Air and Pepsi logos randomly together. As a chronic pen loser, I finally hung on to one long enough to use it up. The tractor on this pack looks like it's loading rice cakes. Cloud formed around a volcano's peak. Cheese shrinkflation in real time at grocery store. I smacked myself in the face and it left a print on my glasses. This morbid joke on the side of a children's playground at a YMCA. What yard will kids never play in? A graveyard. My daughter's plate for chicken nuggets looks like she is getting ready to paint. This iron furnace from the early 1800s. 7-point symmetry found in a parking lot. My cactus died, but then it grew arms. This cloud looks like a creature holding a spear on 2 legs. My hotel room comes with a bird watching guide. I found band-aids that are older than me in a first aid kit at my work. The kit's inspection date is from 1989. Lavender tea with and without lemon juice. This rock and tree merging. An overgrown public toilet in Brighton. This beach in Germany has a free public library. Frank Schwindel gave me his batting gloves and he drew faces on them. Only driver of manual transmission car for 15 years has dug grooves for my heels down to the floorboards. This automatic fresh orange juice machine at the Buenos Aires airport. My new guinea pig has a spot on its head where all of its hair parts from. Taco Bell served me a lid with my crunch wrap. As you can tell, the crunch was a bit different. This old reservoir in Wales, you can still see the outline. My oven has an analog clock built-in. The automatic air freshener sprayer at my dad's house was aimed at the wall, and over time it stripped the wallpaper.